Hey Capricorn, this is for those of you who are in a twin flame connection. You could be a sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, or Venus sign. Any one of those in this message could be for you, or you could be a cross watcher. Maybe you're watching for someone who is a Capricorn. Just know that it is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of the message might be for you and some of it might be for someone else. I am doing a twin flame series on Instagram. You can find the information in the description box below. And my arms, like, I'm just looking, my arms look huge because the camera's so close. Totally irrelevant, but you can follow me at Candy Wishman on Instagram if you want. Okay, so let's take a look at what is on the surface for Capricorns who are in a twin flame connection this week. Sometimes the cards are popping, sometimes they're not. Oh, too many. Settle down there, Cappies. Okay. Let's see. Okay. On the surface of the connection, we have some secrecy, some indirect action, some hidden, some hiding. Like there's not, I feel like things are on lockdown right now, which is okay. That's totally okay. Let's see what is hidden or subconscious in the connection for those Capricorns who are in a twin flame. Really? You're going to give me... Okay, settle down. We can do that, yeah. Okay. The reason for the secrecy or whatever, there's a fear. This is the fear card, the nightmare card. There's a lot of nightmares, a lot of mental looping. It's keeping you in a state of suspension until you can see things from a different perspective, Capricorn, because you're feeling the need to hide and be secretive because there's a lot of fear around judgment. There's a lot of fear of the unknown. And that's okay. Those things need to come up in order to be cleared. So let's see where the connection is moving to this week for you. What direction is... Settle down. What direction is the connection moving to for those Capricorns? Thank you. Okay, so the Hermit. So this is good because right now all of this nightmare energy and this fear and this hiding is external. All the information, like all the feelings that you have about it are coming from other people's opinions or fear of what other people are doing or going to say or what have you. And when you go within and you get good with yourself, you get a lot of clarity. So I like in this, I feel like this is less about it is a little bit about the connection because the connection is the driving force and maybe you don't even have anyone to talk to about the connection, but I feel like it's breaking down a lot of things for you so that you can go within and start really stepping into your own as an individual. Let's see what is being released energetically from the connection, Capricorn. Oh, wow, that's very interesting. Okay, so this is normally the wishes fulfilled or wishes come true card. A state of emotional bliss. In this position though, where it's being released energetically, I feel like where it was sort of this dreamy feeling within you that you had that had no tangible proof, I believe that's being released. And it's going to create this more solid trust in what you're feeling in your heart. But I'll see if we need a clarifier on that. Okay, let's see where the connection is moving to for those who are Capricorn in a twin flame. Yeah. Okay, I'm not allowed to tell you where it's going. This is the unknown. Okay, things will be illuminated. I feel like the full moon this week is going to be very powerful for you, Capricorn. I feel it's going to reveal a lot for you. You won't get it specifically out of this video. Yeah, because I'm not meant to tell you. Yeah, so let's take a look at what's underneath. Yeah, there's a lot of control here. There's a lot of balancing, a lot of karmic stuff happening. Okay. So here's what is happening in the underlying energy or whatever. we've got the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is about needing to control, or like, it's almost like envisioning things they need to be a certain way, or they've always been a certain way, so you're really not sure what to do when things aren't going that way anymore. I feel like there's going to be, like, the Justice card showing up is sort of about that balance of karma. So maybe karmic cycles are closing for you. This could be separation for some of you. This could be, or a decision about separation, or whatever it is. It is in a positive position because it's giving you a space of, I feel like just legally it's very positive, whatever that means for you. The Page of Swords is about being honest and insightful with yourself, and that can get really frustrating, and you're going to need patience. You're sowing the seeds, and once you go within, it's like, I feel like you can't talk to anybody because no one really is, well, even if they heard you, they're not really understanding. I feel like you fear a lot of judgment. I feel like there's a lot of fear because you've never known things to be any other way. And so you're going to be held in a state of suspension until you move into trusting your own self and your own thoughts and intuition, and really seeking your guidance from within. This is about being comfortable with yourself, and it's going within and trusting yourself. It's going to release this fluffy concept around unconditional love and create more of a solid state of that in your life. And it's going to move you into an amazing place, but you may not get a lot of clarity until the full moon. Okay, let's see what the Divine Masculine's higher self has to say, and the Divine Feminine's higher self has to say to those of you Capricorns in a twin flame connection. I'm just going to say this, and I might lose people for this, but I'm being said to say this because I just thought, Capricorns have had a tough go, like, week after week, and I hear very clearly it's because they're stubborn. Because they hold so tightly to certain things that they know that it's very difficult sometimes. And it's not that they're not open, it's just that it's very difficult for them sometimes to open themselves up to new concepts that don't have that concrete proof that they've had with other concepts, if that helps you. So I feel like things are a little more difficult based on the resistance. Okay. Divine Feminine. But there's hope. The hope is still here. It's just like you're trudging through a lot of muck right now, Cappies. Right, let's see, Divine. Yeah, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments and relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So right now you might have a lot of relationships in your life that aren't serving your greatest and highest good. Okay, so maybe they're making you feel like maybe their judgments or their words, and they're not doing that intentionally to hurt you, and you know that, but it doesn't make it any easier, right? I feel like you need to have a lot of forgiveness for yourself. You need to start with yourself. You need to start forgiving yourself for whatever it is you feel you did to put you in the position you're in now. Like, I feel like whatever, and whatever relationships that includes, like, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be familial relationships. It could be just, letting people believe one thing but feeling something inside on another level. So I feel like forgiveness for you Capricorns is going to be very pivotal in moving, directing yourself into a state of going within. And yes, I understand you need to do this, like, and maybe look up. It's called the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, Ho'oponopono. I will put it in the description box for those of you who maybe can't reach out to people or or feel like you have no one to really talk to about this, or you could even reach out to me. I'm more than happy to help in any way that I can. So give your relationship a chance and worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. So I feel like from the divine feminine, she feels your worry. She feels your worry that things aren't going to work out, that this love, this unconditional love you feel at your heart center for whatever person, for your counterpart, whether you've danced with them or not, okay, you're still going to be connected to them. I feel like you have to give that an opportunity to come to fruition, and worrying about whether it's real or not, worrying about whether people will understand it or not, worrying about how it's going to come about how it's going to affect you, is not going to change things. It's sort of like once you get right with yourself, and once you get really solid and confident with yourself, it's not going to, and nothing else is going to matter. I watched my friend, she's Gypsy Healer 48 on Instagram, and she does a daily thing from her car every week, and she said the only opinion that matters in your life is yours, ultimately, right? So you're the only constant in your life, no matter what happens. Anyway, so you're going to be moving. It's going to be a really good thing for you, Capricorn. You're very frustrated right now. I feel like this is not new energy starting this week. I feel like you've kind of been going through that. You've had like these little bursts of light, these little bursts of like enlightenment that feel so good, and then they're fleeting because the fear and nightmares come back in. So when you recognize that it's the fear and nightmares and sort of the ego keeping you from that state of bliss and happiness, you're going to be able to figure out what you want and make your surround your life with happiness. Okay, be your peace, love yourself, share your light, and have an amazing week.